Hello, welcome to Project Cars 2 with MrX24. We are again doing the Bathurst A to Z time trial. Today we have car number 30, and it is the BMW 320 Turbo Group 5 from 1978. I believe this is the first Group 5 car of any of the cars we've driven so far. It is rear-wheel drive, 208 miles an hour top speed. 4.59 seconds 0 to 100 acceleration, 640 horsepower, and it weighs 1,929 pounds. With a 5-speed H pattern and a straight 4. Yeah, this car is heavily turboed. It's like all turbo, and I've definitely cranked the turbo to the max in this thing. It is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Different character from the other BMWs, let's definitely say that. So much power. Alright, let's head down to the track and check out my setup. Alright, here we are at the setup page. So I will have a timestamp for the 3 laps in the description below. Alright, let's start with tires, brakes, and chassis. We are set to automatic by weather, and we are on soft slicks. I have not tried the hards. I probably should, but I have not. But it feels pretty good, so I'm just gonna stay with it. Because, yeah, like I said, it feels pretty good. I don't know what the hards would do to it. Some cars it's alright, so other cars it's awful. So the GT3s have been the only ones really that the hards I think are the better choice, but that may change as we go. Let's see here, we're at 21.32 PSI on the front, which is 26.39 PSI when up to temp. On the rears, we're at 19.73 PSI, which is 24.42 PSI when up to temp. So that like 24 to 27, 28-ish PSI seems to be about right in most cars. Let's see, your brake pressure, we're at 85%. I'm going to go down to 84%. I may even have to go a little bit lower, I don't know. I probably could at least with the way it was, because at 95 at default I was locking the brakes up a lot, so turned it down a bit. Brake balance we're set to 53 at the front and 47 at the rear, so the usual occurrence with the more brakes at the front for the downhill mostly. Front duct opening we're at 30%, and the rear duct opening we're at 30%. It seems to be pretty good, just kind of kept it there. Rear downforce, we're at 3.0. I don't remember if this was set to 4 on the default. Maybe. It may have been 3 as well. I don't remember. It's been a day or two since I actually changed some of this stuff. Let's see here. Caster angle and camber angle. We have not changed. The rear camber angle I haven't changed either. Ride height, I have the front at 65. And the rear's at 85. I don't remember if I have adjusted that at all, but the rear is higher than the front, so induce some oversteer. Spring rate is also the same kind of thing, where we've got 65 at the front and 90 at the rear. So the front is softer than the rear, which the rear is as stiff as it'll go at 90. I just kind of kept moving this down till it felt good to me, where I got more oversteer. The car is very understeery on its default, like very, very understeery. Although I think a lot of it was contributed to the differential as well. Steering ratio I've not touched at all either. Toe angle we're at 0 on the front, and toe angle at the rear we're at 0. So those are straightforward. I have not changed those. Well, I think I made them 0, but that's what I'm running currently. Could maybe go either way with it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't messed with it. It feels pretty good the way it is, so I'm not gonna change it right now. Anti-roll bar is default. Don't generally change that. Sometimes I'll mess with it, but not always. Let's see here. Bump stop. So bump stop was set to 0. We are at 5 millimeters here. The bump stop, it says over here, adjustment of the bump stop is used to prevent the car from bottoming out due to lower ride heights, softer spring rates, or strong dips and bumps on the track surface. A longer bump stop will become engaged with less suspension movement, preventing the suspension from compressing any further by dramatically increasing the spring rate on that wheel. This can help prevent the car scraping along the track surface, but mechanical grip and general handling balance may be negatively affected while riding on the bump stop. So it was set to 0, so it was basically as long as it would go. So I guess not really as a short, but it's kind of weird terminology, I guess, for me. But as you go up, you get less suspension movement, so it actually makes the suspension a little stiffer as well. So that stiffened it up, went to 5 on the front and rear. Slow bump and slow rebound at 4100 on the slow bump and 6800 on the slow rebound. I changed these on the front and the rear to try to stiffen the dampening, since I got the car to oversteer with the suspension setting being softer on the front, stiffer on the rear. I was able to have a little leeway to give away some of that oversteer to understeer, to stiffen the dampening as well, make the car a little more stable. Let's see, your fast bump, I've gone up 1 here to 1900. I don't know if that's going to be enough. The curbs are not great. It likes to oversteer over the curb, so this going to the right should stop it a bit anyway. We'll see. I think I went down 1 on the bump transition on the front, and rebound transition I have not changed, I do not believe. Maybe, I don't think so though. Slow bump on the rear, we are at 3400. This is all the way to the right, and slow rebound is all the way to the right at 5400. And I've moved the bump transition down to 250, so again, stiffening the dampening as I've been doing with most every car. Don't know that I changed the rebound transition on this either. I think I just went bump transition first. And I went up 1 on the fast bump on the rear as well. Same case for the curb instance. Fuel load, we're at 1 liter. Boost pressure, I've cranked it to 100%. Air restrictor is at 55.10. That's where it's set, all the way to the right. Radiator opening, we're at 65%. You might be able to go maybe a little bit lower. That's with the boost all the way up. You don't want to go too low, or that it's gonna blow up basically. Let's see here. I am gonna move this to 0. I was running that. The engine braking, we're on no engine braking. Final drive, we are at 3.889. I don't remember if I moved this or not. I think I did lengthen the gears, so I think I went to the left 1 on the final drive. Traction controls at 1%. Default's 10%. So that's, I kind of wish that, I don't know how much effect this, I mean, it does have an effect. This is technically like a lot of traction control on. I have it set off in the options, the other options. I don't know, some of these cars, like I doubt this car had traction control. I guess I could set it to 100%, make it more real. ABS, I think probably the same situation. It is at 75% though. I may try to move that down at some point because you could get better braking without it. Let's see here. On the rear differential, we got clutch LSD on. Preloads at 40. I'm not sure what these all are default. They were pretty low already, I think. That is pretty low. So 40 there. Clutches were at 4. Power ramp were at 45. So it's about middle of the road. Is middle of the road. And coast ramp are at 25. I think this was 45 as well. And I think this coast ramp is part of the reason why it was understeering so bad, I think, in its default. I believe, anyway. So, let's go take our 3 laps, shall we? All right, here we are to take our 3 laps. I'm against my own ghost today for a 2-minute .980. All right, here we go in the 320 Group 5 car. I always want to call this thing the Group B. That's not what it is. It's wild like Group B. Serious turbo monster here. All turbo. Brakes, second gear, first gear, get her tucked in, use the gas to steer it. And make sure you get off the throttle all the way going in from first to second. It's really important. You lose a lot of time if you don't. Come on, old girl. Feeling good about these. Really love this car. Go third gear, second gear, dive it in. Try not to get too loose. Hard on the gas. Oh, about invalidated. Second gear, run it out. First gear. Into second, not bad. Hold it. Into third gear, we're gonna brake a bit. We don't wanna go too wide like I did with the Ghost. There we go. Tuck it down in here, off the gas, hit that curb a bit. Oh, that's pretty good. Tuck it in, let her slide a bit if it has to, don't lose it. Oh, that was really wild. That was really wild. Not a bad exit there. Boy, we might be able to beat my time here. That was a really wild second sector. Holy crapola. Ooh, my heart's racing. That was crazy. All right, here we go. Third gear, second gear, tuck it in, a little bit of curb, get her straight. On the gas. Come on, old girl. Get the brake point proper here, get it turned in. Oh, I'm catching myself, look at that. Holy crapola, that was better. Wow. How did that lap end up being my best one? Oh, it's so wild. All right. Whew. Did not expect that one bit. All right. That was interesting. Wow, I cannot believe I got that. Second gear, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Had to hit the brakes a bit there. Oh, really wild. Get my composure. Holy moly. Bit of brake. Yeah, seriously lost my composure after that one. That, cannot believe that was a fast lap. Made all my time up in that last sector, basically. Driving it hard on the edge. I think if I didn't have to have that save there. Ooh, that was close. Ran an 8.58. Just a little bit better. I could not believe that. Wow. Whew. All right, I'm trying to gain my composure for the next lap. We still got one more to go. Yes, we do. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. We're back. Fourth gear, third gear, second gear, get her stopped. Hard on the gas. Run second gear out. Brakes, brakes, brakes. First gear. I was so slow out of that last corner on my fast lap. All right, here we go. Last lap. All right, we had an invalidated third lap for the 3 laps. So here we go with the third lap. No ghosts, just me on the road this time. Let's do it. Man, that first to second gear is so difficult. I love this car though. Is that 9 bar? Is that boost? It's quite a bit if that's the case. This thing has so much horsepower. Bit of brakes, second gear. Tuck it in. Into second, be easy with it. A little bit of brake. It's pretty good through there. Let's slide out a bit. Off the gas tad, off the gas again. Steer it in. Oh, I thought we were gonna hit the wall. A little slow through there, I think. That's okay though. A little bit of brake down to second. A little wild. Make sure we get her stabilized before we go. Into second. There we go. A little bit of brake, a little bit more brake, first gear. A little wild of an exit, but it might not be too bad. Actually a little bit quicker on the second sector. I'm fairly good at going down the mountain in this car. Going up the mountain that I seem to really struggle. Alright, here we go. Third gear, second gear, get her stopped. That was a little wild, it was a little much, I think. Let's see what we get. Easy on the brakes, first gear, tuck it in. Oh, there's that first to second gear. That may have cost me. That was a 201.358. All right, that was our last lap. Man, what a car. What a car. It's pretty sweet. Oh, hear that? Do some donies. All right, that's always fun. Yeah, I know I invalidated. All right, let's head back to the leaderboard, shall we? All right, here we are back at the leaderboard. So my best time was a 2-minute .858. So pretty decent. Yeah, I ended up getting first with it. So my other time had beat the second place guy. It looks like he may have actually come back and set a little bit quicker time. I think he had a 201.3 something previously. Or maybe that was just third place. Maybe that was his time. Alright, so we're .427 ahead of second place in this one. Man, what a car this was. I tell you what, I really like this Group 5. If the other Group 5s are like this, I'm going to have a lot of fun with all of them. Like I said, it's a lot like the other BMWs. It just has so much horsepower and so much turbo. You're just always on that turbo. Alright, no friends there. Okay. Alright, so we'll throw up the Group 5 leaderboard right now, and we'll take a look. This will be the first Group 5 car on the list. So it's our only time to compare to so far, and it is a 2-minute .858. Alright, so for our next car, which will be number 31, it is the BMW M3 Sport Evo Group A, and it is from 1991. Like I said, it is Group A, rear-wheel drive, 182 miles an hour top speed. I highly doubt we'll see that on Bathurst. 5.19 seconds, 0 to 100, so it's a little bit slower than some of the previous cars we've driven. 320 horsepower, I believe that's pretty close to, yeah, the 320 TC has 315, so it has 5 more horsepower than it. And it weighs 2,116 pounds, so it's fairly light as well. 5-speed H pattern and a straight 4. It has ABS as well. Alright. That's going to do it. Hope everybody enjoyed. Having a great time doing these still. And I'm ready to jump into this beast. Alright, I'll talk to everybody next time. Peace.